Hello and thank you for watching. So today I'm just looking at my replacement bonnet that I've got. This is the original bonnet, which you can see still got all its fittings in, like the catches that go in the locks, this other guard up here, this sound insulation, a couple other pieces at the side that I will need to transfer. And this is my replacement bonnet. Comes in black, so it will need to be repainted. So my thoughts are I will repaint the inside myself, because it looks as if the painting is just effectively a matte finish. There's no lacquer on the inside, it just gets lacquered on the outside, so obviously not quite as high a skill level required to paint the inside. But before I do any painting, I'll need to fix the damage that's on the bonnet. So I'll turn them over and I'll show you what damage there is. And here's the original bonnet right way up. You can see one dent there on that crease, another one here. I'd actually already pushed one out that was in the middle, it popped back out. It's damaged at the back, along here on both sides, just these corners, damaged down the front here as well, dented in. There's actually a number of dents right along the way there. Obviously paint cracked, but it's primarily the dents that are the issue. Another one there on that crease. So all in all, it was going to need quite a lot of work on it. This other bonnet, it's about, I think, 7,500 chassis numbers earlier, same model year. So there's the VIN stickers on the inside of it, so at least I know that being the right model, the same model year, there's not going to be any fitment issues, because I believe they did change the style early on. There was an early change. I'm not quite sure what the change was, but I think it was something to do with the how it was propped up or that. But anyway, not a concern for me. So this one, the only damage that we're seeing here is just this one dent just here. Not sure how visible that is. I'm hoping to try out some paintless dent removal on it. I bought myself a kit to hopefully pull dents out, so I'll give it a go. Even if I can get the dent a bit removed, just a bit, if it means it's going to need a slightly lighter fill, but it's certainly, even the size of the dent that it is, just from there to there, it's less than I was thinking it was going to be, and I got what I'd have to say is a really good deal on it. It actually cost me more to get it transported than it did to actually buy the bonnet. But I think there's just not much demand for second-hand Macan bonnets, because most people at the age the cars are, when they're repairing them, if they're needing a new bonnet, they're getting one done through insurance, and therefore they should get a new one put on. So there's probably not many people like me looking for a second-hand one, and that's why the price of them is actually pretty cheap for what they are, certainly the size and the complexity of the panel. So I'll look at getting the PDR done. I don't know if I'm going to get on to start doing that today, but it's certainly something I've aiming to do on it before I ended up getting it painted. And I'm just working around here at the radiator, the lock panel which is above the radiator, putting in these sort of extra screws that I've got, and I think I've miscounted, because I've put in a couple that are holding this along here. There's 4 along the top there, and then there's obviously one here, but it looks to be another one there. I can see obviously the being a used panel looks to be something below that. I think I'm missing one there as well. So if I put this one on the other side to correspond with this one, I think I might still be a couple short. So I'm going to go check the diagrams, part diagrams, and see if it is indeed exactly the same screw, and I'll get a couple extra ones ordered up. So I've still got the bumper on at the moment. As I say, it will have to come off anyway for getting painted. And so I'll probably have to take this bracket off at that time to be able to get that screw in, although this one should go in without any trouble. But just say, obviously now at the point of just realising all of the screws that I do need to complete the task. There's a couple of extras going in here, but I think I do have these ones because they're associated with the bumper. I'm pretty sure I have them, so I'll go and just look them out now. And I've stretched out the wire and loom that I purchased. I think what we'll say is something was lost in translation. So this is the bit that I needed. So that's the connection for the well, partly into the bumper. That runs the lights. That connector there runs the parking sensors, and that connector is the impact sensor. So they're all sort of joined together, and I was aware that my loom had been fairly cut about just there where it all joins. So it branches off, goes to the ABS sensor and into the headlamp. That's the routing that it sort of takes. But I was thinking that I was getting it maybe cut off about here. There's a grommet that fits into the body. That was the point at which I thought it was going to be cut. I'm not really sure, after my communication with the seller, as to why I ended up with all this. Might explain a bit the price, but even still, the price was less than a tenth as to what I would be paying if I'd had to buy it from Porsche. I'm happy enough with what I've got. I'll just need to strip it back at this point here, just find out what happens with this earth here as to where it's come, because one of these is the earth cable, and that one there, and it must therefore run back up here, because I don't think it must run up to this point here. I don't know if it comes off here, or what other earth. I'm not sure if two wires join into one to actually be grounded against the chassis. So just need to check that, just to make sure that I'm not missing a ground, whether I do actually need to connect this, because I do already still have that one up underneath the wheel arch. So I don't think I'll be doing that today. I'm still waiting for my 14-pin connector that I bought. I bought a male and female 14-pin connector, because there's actually 14 wires other than the earth. There's 14 between these and the impact sensor. So I think that's probably what I want to try and match up. Obviously there's many more wires come through, given so many branch off for the headlamp and say ABS, but I think that's where I'm going to want to try and, how I'm going to try and join it. I will therefore need to split just under here. I need to take some further these covers off, just to strip it back a little bit, just to give myself a little bit more room to actually get all these wires connected in. But hopefully not too challenging, but I just need to make sure as well that wherever this wheel arch liner is going to go up and fit in, if I'm going to put an extra connector in there, that actually it's going to have space to sit in behind. So just a little bit of thought required as to exactly where I'm going to want to join these wires and where I'm going to want to sort of hide the connector, which obviously wouldn't normally be there. And this is the PDR kit that I've got. Just a few things, but hopefully enough to do the job. This puller, which takes these tabs, and obviously they're held, they initially locate obviously with these glue sticks, which need to go into a glue gun. So if you're not familiar with it, I believe best results is to heat the panel a bit and heat the tab, then put the glue on it, let it cool. Seems to get varying times as to how long it should cool for before then to pull it off, and obviously enough pressure starts pulling the dent out a bit, and then it will probably release. You need some isopropyl alcohol to clean off the glue, and then repeat just until the dent eventually comes out. So I'll have a go at that. It's worth trying, and just to see how that goes. I'm not sure definitely if I've got enough strength to be pulling on this, depending on, so I might need to get a different puller. You can get ones where it's sort of 2 feet, and you sort of grab, sort of pinch a handle which pulls up and pulls the tab. Probably gives a bit more control, but I'll see how things go on that. But that won't be today. That'll be another day I get a chance to actually do that. So as ever, thanks very much for watching.